We've got Sonal Shrivastava, the CFO, joining in. Good to have you on board. Let's talk a little bit about your volume and your value growth, because your revenue growth has been a little bit flattish, 3% higher. What is the outlook, if you can break it down for us?
I'll just talk about the results. Basically, the volumes have grown quite a bit. It's about 39%. As we know, the prices have really softened from last year. So we see the impact in the total revenues, but still we have managed to maintain our revenues as well as the margins.
Right. Also wanted to understand if you expect realizations to go down further.
So, we have seen this decline in the last year or so. However, we do see a little bit of stabilization at the moment. And we are watching how it will pan out in the coming quarters. However, I also want to point out is that we see the similar trend also in the input costs, the main input costs that we use for the modules. So if you see the margins, our gross margins, they have come up, in fact, much higher than the last quarter and even on the H1 basis. So our focus is really on the margin to sort of manage this current environment. But however, we do see some stabilization, but we're watching closely.
So margin levers to expand further, or do you see margins remaining range bound in the near term?
No, I think we have also announced earlier during our IPO roadshows, we do have many levers, which is going to come up. First of all, we will have additional capacity coming on, which also gives us cost dilution. We have our first cell plant, which was expected to go on stream by end of this fiscal. That is going to add to the margins, as well as all our cost programs are also in place in terms of the efficiency in the manufacturing processes.
Right, and your order booking sequentially has been flat. Is there a challenge in winning new orders?
Not really, we are just looking at how to sort of book our orders for next year. And like you said, we are also, fulfilling those orders and taking new. So it's a pretty stable situation. And as we will increase our capacity for next year, we'll ramp up that as well.
Right. So give us details of the capacity expansion timeline and what's getting commissioned over the next 12 to 18 months.
Yes. So current capacity is about, 13.3 gigawatts. We'll soon be commissioning our US plant, which is 1.6 gigawatt by the end of this fiscal. And thereafter, we have announced 6 gigawatt of integrated capacity, as you know, as part of our IPO process, which is 6 gigawatt of modules, 6 gigawatt of cells, and 6 gigawatt of ingot wafers. 5.4 gigawatt cell capacity is coming on stream again by end of this fiscal.
So any initial implications of Trump 2.0, anything which our viewers and your shareholders, they need to know?
See, at the moment, all I would like to say is that, first of all, we have a long-term view on the US market. And as far as renewables is concerned, it is the cheapest, and solar is the cheapest form of energy, even in US today. So we expect some kind of fillip to continue. And we are watching it very closely. And we have an advantage that we've already put up our capacity there. So very much a local player also in the US market.
Okay, and finally, you're also looking at foraying into green hydrogen and battery storage. Can you tell us a little bit more about these plans? What is the strategy and the capex lined up?
Yes. So the board, we have just announced that we will be entering into the electrolyzer business for green hydrogen, as well as the energy storage system. We've also announced, about 600 crore funding for our subsidiaries for development of infrastructure for land and connectivity for solar projects. This is, again, very much part of our energy transition that we've always spoken about. It's our core strategy to expand our portfolio of the offerings. And it's really a basket that we want to go with towards to the customers. So we're looking all of it. And for the battery as well as the electrolyzer, we have just had discussions with the board, and we will come back on the details in the coming months.
Right. Thank you so much for your time. Good speaking with you and, helping us understand what exactly Waaree Energy is all about and what the IPO entails.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.